Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordamt. We are back for some more Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. We are currently leaving the Signath Moor in Within Ruins area. We have just fought a boss enemy over here, a Kraken. Quite cool, although very simple fight, just like it was in PoE1, not much of a challenge. We're now gonna go back to Sayuka to complete the quest. Let me just read this. The intense pressure at this depth makes swimming a taxing enterprise, and you struggle to make your way back to the surface. As you breach the water, your crew hurries to haul you back onto the deck. Okay. Weird little text there, but okay. So Signath Moor is still accessible. And we're gonna go to the Fleet Master's quarters. And hopefully this time she will be happy with the result and we can say that we cleared out the coral problem.
I hope your effort to resolve the coral situation is meeting with success.
Nice, so now I have this option. I dealt with the magical disturbance at the root of your coral problem. And I'm saying this because in the previous episode, I kind of messed up the interaction with the machines. I thought it was the only way to do the quest, but apparently it wasn't. So now that it's properly done, we're back here once again. So I dealt with the magical disturbance at the root of your coral problem.
You've brightened my day considerably. We should have the port in working order as soon as the remaining coral is cleared.
Cool.
Ah, before I forget, Atsura would like to see you at the Brass Citadel.
Okaya pauses, her hand outstretched like she meant pull you aside, then reconsiders. With a shake of her head, she continues.
Though he appears placid on the surface, Atsura is not a patient man.
Okay. Well, farewell. So I think now we only have one more quest before we go for the other main quests. Yeah, the coral is no longer here.
I must admit, Adair, I was initially surprised that you'd come all this way. You never struck me as much of a traveler, but you seem to be flourishing out here. Then again, I suppose I've gotten to notice a lot more of late. With Isilmir quiet, I mean.
How is Isilmir? I haven't heard from her in a while.
You know, normally when she's angry, there isn't a moment of peace. This is a welcome change.
Okay, so they're getting along, which is good. So now I'm gonna leave by sea. And the next quest is... this one here, skipping ahead. Oh, this one I can do. Or should I just go back up to the Animancers and see if they finished? Maybe. This one I have done. Wait, clearing out Crookspur? What? Did I have this quest before? I don't remember having this quest before. Interesting. Okay, so I have to complete this one, and then complete this one as well. Check if this one is available or not, and then I'm going to be going for an honored guest. So, we are going to be going back to, not over there, we're going to be going back to Neketaka. We have a lot of stuff to complete there. I think this is likely the last bounty that we had available. Unless this same bounty giver also gives me another one. I think I've completed them all. Okay, so... okay, I gotta get my bearings here. So this is Sacred Stair. This is Queen's Birth, so I'm gonna start there. So Queen's Birth, then it's gonna be the Brass Citadel. This is also Queen's Birth. Also Queen's Birth. Okay, well, let's start there then. And I want to start with Sansa's Map Emporium. I also have a lot of items to sell.
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope.
I think he always says the same thing.
How might I assist you?
I've got some material for a book.
Wow. I've always wondered what was over there. I made a list. Fire giants, giant fire ants. Fire snakes wasn't on there. Wait. This means you've done it. You've really done it. Oh, I could kiss you.
Wink, anytime. I'm just playing. Sansa flaps a hand dismissively, blushing to his ears. Everybody liked it except Aloth. God damn it.
This is going to put both our names in the history books. I am sure of it.
For what would anyone want their deeds in cold ink when they can live on in song?
Takehu glances between you and Sansa, puzzled all the while. If this guy were in a Dungeons and Dragons setting, he would be a bard.
I'm nearly done putting everything together. Come back later and I'll give you the very first copy of the Explorer's Guide to the Deadfire.
Oh, I want that. Oh, we got 10 of these. Okay. 34,000 experience. Jesus. I think my people on the ship are also getting some experience out of this. Which reminds me, I have to level them up. Ugh. I might pause the video eventually and just do that, because otherwise I will never do it. And it can get annoying. So I want to go to the Valiant Trading Company headquarters. Because there's a bounty giver over here. And then maybe some more quests inside.
Ach, my little privateer.
There we go.
Perfecto. For once our service ships may take to the waters without fear. Knowing that is almost priceless.
Okay.
You've taken all the work from the louses of Queen's Birth, and I have nothing more to offer you, save this.
Hesitating, Anya sticks out her hand and tips her head to the side, wearing an awkward smile. Shake her hand. Been a pleasure working with you, Anya. That all? Okay. I was kind of expecting for more. But I think that clears out all of the bounty givers that I found so far in the game. And I'm coming in here because of the quest. Skipping ahead, because it says here, for now, however, she suggests I head back to the Valiant Trading Company headquarters for more work. And there's two main guys here. There's this lady over here.
Glad to see you in one. The truth is that much of this archipelago is... Perhaps if you relay your findings...
Yeah, nothing here. And then the other guy is upstairs, which is that Director Castle. If there's nothing over here, I'll just head back to the Sacred Stair anyway and talk to the Animancers, see if they have any news.
Watcher, what can I do? I'll answer.
I think I don't have anything else.
Now then.
Okay, yeah, no quests here. That sucked, I believe, so I'm not gonna bother going for that. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go sell my items, and I'm gonna do that probably in my usual spot, which is in Periki's Overlook. Or I could do it in the guy that sells ships as well. Because I think I also have a nice discount on him. Let's see. So this guy over here. The shipwright. And I think at this point we will never need money again in the entire game. But you never know. I do remember seeing some expensive items here and there.
Business comes and goes.
Yes. 10%. Oh, yeah, but selling doesn't make a difference. That's right. For selling, it does not make a difference. Nothing over here I think that I want. Oh, I wanted to check out these things, right? Because I don't think I have an anchor. Or a helm. So what's the difference here? Combat speed, travel speed. Combat speed, travel speed. Living steel versus immediate steel. Lurker, helm and rudder. Same thing. And then the palm sails. Minus sail health, but a lot of travel speed and combat speed. Just one, dude. I'll take one of each. Living steel anchor. I think I have both of these. So I should be fine. Refilling ship supplies. We are full. I have a bunch of food and water. Okay. So I'm gonna pause the video here just because it's gonna take a while, but I'm gonna come back before I press trade. I will be right back. And we are back. So, like I usually do, I just sold all of this stuff that's irrelevant. I sold all of the fine and exceptional gear. I also sold some of the superb gear, but only for the cases where I have duplicates. So stuff like superb rods and robes and stuff like that. I have more of these. So that's why I have no problems with selling them here. Actually, did I sell both of my rods? No, it's here. Superb rod. So I kept all of the duplicates just in case I need them. And everything else got sold. We are getting 90,000 gold on top of the price of these over here, which I think are like 46,000. So that's our trading done. We are up to almost 500,000 gold. We picked up some cool supplies for our ship. We're gonna have to equip it. And right now we're gonna go to the Brass Citadel, because that's where we're gonna complete another one of our quests. And then we're gonna go to the Sacred Stair and check on the Animancers. And since we're gonna be completing a quest for the Royal Deadfire Company, I'm wondering if that Quartermaster, I think in the Imperial Command or the Fleet Master's office, I never remember. I can never remember this. But there was a Quartermaster that didn't give us access to the gear or to the items she sold because we were still not recognized, quote-unquote, by the Royal Deadfire Company. Now with these quests done, maybe I can do it. Why are you guys over it? Oh, I think it's because of
the land will remember your service on
I think it's because I used the spark cracker there once. That guy was the guy that gave the bounties, by the way, so not the one that we want. The one that I want is here, I believe. And I'm still curious about this powder house. I still haven't come here. There's also a bar that only serves Royal Deadfire Company people. So I think I have to go over here, right? She looks up briefly from a desk cluttered with pages and diagrams. Her brow is creased and both her left hand and her wooden right are stained with ink. She is the picture of distraction.
You'll be pleased to know our work at Sayuka is proceeding as planned.
Okay. She crosses her arms over her chest, even while her brow furrows more deeply. Steal a glance at her desk. You see notes written in some kind of coded shorthand and diagrams that mean nothing to you. Okay. So the guy I'm looking for is the one downstairs then. This Royal Deadfire Company area is the most confusing one of them all, I believe. It's really weird to me. This entire sacred Brass Citadel district, honestly. Atsura glances at you with surreptitiously mirthful expression. He looks like he's in a fabulous secret. One he's about to share with you.
It has been brought to my attention that you ousted the slavers from Crookspur.
Yeah, I think I'm getting this quest because I've already killed them before. Which is kind of weird, but...
You've done a noble thing.
I know I did. He clasps you by the shoulders and tries out a warm smile. It almost looks real.
They had long been a thorn in our side, but one we were hesitant to remove on our own. You've done us a considerable favor.
He slips you a heavy purse. 1,000 suffered because of them. Of course I did something.
Indeed, indeed. But the problem hardly begins or ends with the slavers.
Okay, so more quests, I guess. He raises his brows, watching to see if you're following.
Deadfire is a troubled place, beset by all manner of predation and lawlessness. Adventure stories blame it on the fury of Helia's storms and the hunger of Andra's beasts.
He shakes his head in disgust.
Historians would spin you a tale of isolation and trade booms. All of that merely obscures the plain yet hard truth. The Huana lack the will to defend their homeland.
This is going in a dangerous way. He stops and looks up at you for the first time since hearing your explanation. He's recovering himself and awaiting for a reaction. How do you figure that?
Allow me to illustrate.
He brings his hands together and clears his throat.
2,000 years ago, our people began the conquest of Rawatai. The land was new to us. Many of its inhabitants were better equipped.
He tenses his fingers and raises his eyebrows.
But we overcame them. We were unified where they were scattered.
I don't like where this conversation is going.
And we were not content to huddle in cliff caves and subsist. We were determined to make a better life for ourselves.
Yeah, what's your point? The Huana don't have to be warriors to deserve happiness.
It is not about deserving. There is no pity in a storm, or a famine, or a slave raid. There are only victims and survivors.
He frowns, lacing his fingers together and pacing behind his desk.
The Valians and the Principe will tear Deadfire asunder, and the Huana will stand by and let it happen. So, we must do everything we can to defend the archipelago and its people.
Oh god. He stands a little straighter, drawing his shoulders back.
We shall ensure that the slavers do not return by stationing one of our most elite fleets at Crookspur.
This guy just wants to conquer more territory. He watches you as he explains this, eyes searching your face. You don't expect me to believe you moved an entire fleet just to keep the slavers out, do you? He's silent and still for several seconds, calculating. At last, he smiles slowly.
I think we should continue to focus on how we might help each other, don't you? And by continuing to work together, we can achieve both our objectives. A more stable Deadfire, and a meeting with Aothas.
I don't need you for that.
In any case, our attentions are now focused on Sayuka for now. I'm sure the Hazanui will summon you when the time is right.
After all this time, I still don't understand who you are or what you believe in. He watches you with that blank but thoughtful stare you've come to recognize. In the tiny movement of his eyes, you can see him sizing you up, deciding how much to tell you. At last, he smiles faintly.
Who we are. What does this even mean? Why the search for permanence in a transient existence? One day, our bodies will perish and our souls will return to the wheel. Every word we've ever spoken, everything we've ever known will be forgotten with us.
His expression is one of distant amusement, as though these notions are no more troubling than the far-off clamor of crowds.
But this will remain.
He spreads his hands, surveying the solid, precise stonework and around him.
Prolonging the soul is a fool's errand. Clinging to a grand past is vanity. I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality.
He smiles, calm satisfaction narrowing the corners of his eyes. Even these things will crumble eventually. He tilts his head, it's almost a concession.
Consider the work of the Engwithans. How much of it stands? How much has shaped our way of life? The key is to build well. But you and I have much to do. and little time to discuss philosophy.
Man, this guy just seems so shady to me. I don't like him. I don't like any of the leaders, honestly. I don't like the queen, I don't like this guy, I don't like the principe. I don't particularly dislike the Valiant Trading Company, although they're also not very likable. But I guess out of all of them, they're the least dislikable to me. Oh, I forgot. God damn it, I forgot this again. I just want to see if the lady quartermaster now has something different to tell me.
Good to see you again. Of course.
Oh!
Now, where did I put that ledger?
Nice, finally. Girdle of Mortal Protection, I already have this. Boots of the Stone, this is actually quite good. I wonder if I should have more of these. The Blunting Belt as well. I have so much money I can just buy this and not care. Really? Really? All that time of me not being able to purchase stuff from you, and that's what you have in your inventory? Completely obsolete gear? Jesus Christ. Okay, so let me see if the guy at the bar, which I think is a lounge, now also serves me. This might be related to reputation, I don't know. I haven't seen my reputation yet. With the Royal Deadfire Company. It's not maxed, so I'm not really sure. How am I maxed with the Principe? It's kind of weird. Hehe, the slavers don't like me. Screw them, there are no more slavers.
I forget how quickly these sailors go through a case of candied nuts. Can I help you with something? You're a captain working for the Royal Deadfire Company, right? Sure you are. Even if you're not, I've heard your name enough to think you are.
He winks.
Try the razor skewers, if you can handle the heat.
He smirks in challenge. Okay, so now we can access the quartermaster, and we can also access this guy over here, which again is very disappointing. But I am gonna purchase some more razor skewers, because why not? Let's take 10. Okay. Like I said, this entire area, this entire Brass Citadel area feels weird to me. After such a long time, to gain access to the quartermaster and to gain access to this guy, and they don't sell anything remotely unique. They should sell something unique, something special. Oh, right, I want to go to the secret set. The Spire of the Soul Seals, I think is the one I want. Like, what's the point of gaining access to that quartermaster and that guy at the bar if all they sell is completely obsolete and something you can purchase on another random vendor? It's just weird to me. Okay, so, do you have news for me?
Hope you're keeping busy, Watcher. We're still running some small tests.
Okay.
Not quite ready for the real thing. What can I do for you?
I'll be on my way. Okay, so let's see what we have. We've cleared out all of the quests, with the exception of this one here, but this one I just have to wait. So we only have the main quest, and we have the Beast of Winter here with an honored guest. Recommended companion, I think this is Edwin. A group called the Harbingers of Dusk has invited me to a feast in my honor at Harbinger's Watch in the Dead Flow. A group calling themselves a feast in my honor. I don't know who they are, exactly what they're celebrating me for. If I'm to find out, I must travel to Harbinger's Watch, the group's outpost at the Dead Flow, an expanding iceberg in the southern seas. Okay. So on the one hand, I kind of want to play with Edwin. I never played with her before. I know one of my viewers is a fan of her. I'm just not sure if I'm ready to take on a completely different character at this point. I'm so set in my current party. And, you know, this all goes back to what I've mentioned multiple times. Not having the 6 traditional party size is really... It's so detrimental to my fun and the flexibility of the party. It really makes me sad. Where am I going? I forgot. Oh, right. Hardwinger's Watch. Because if I had 6 people to play with, I wouldn't have much of a problem right now taking somebody out. Because it would probably just be an extra DPSer. Or like a not so essential off tank. But instead, I don't want to lose any of these. The least relevant person in this party is Takehu, probably. But he has so many useful spells, both in healing and offense, that I don't want to take him out. So yeah, it's always a problem, and I'm gonna keep complaining about that until the end of time. Have I been here? Wait, have I been here? Why is it glowing so much? I think I've been... Yeah, Wael Resort, I've been here before. So why is this glowing all over the place? Huh. Very strange. Let's go there. I want to see what that means. It's on the way anyway, so... I am kind of sad that there are no more islands to claim, given that there's this much unexplored map. But, oh well, it's fine. That's actually probably the thing that I like the most about this game, playing on a boat and exploring the seas, is just finding new islands, claiming them for myself. That's cool. So I wish they would have done more of it. I'm basically just cleaning out Fog of War at this point. The Hika fishing pools. What is this? You stand on the forecastle, gazing out at clear skies and gentle seas. The chattering of your crew darkens, adopting an ominous tone. Gathered at the starboard railing, they peer out at the sea. By the gods, Heima mutters. The surface of the sea swells. An enormous glowing shape is surfacing. Oh god. Identify it. I think I need survival for this. Yeah. It there watches the growing glow. Must be a resplendent phantom. Big glowing whale. Good eating, or so they say. A long, pale creature breaks the surface of the water. Its skin is translucent and freckled with phosphorescence, and you can make out the ghostly outlines of luminous organs beneath it. The creature rolls slowly, staring back at you with a glowing blue eye. The nerve behind it is as thick as a halyard. Eldgrim smiles. This one is still young. Thoughts, crew? Aima leans over the railing. Plenty of meat on the beast. A prize like that could feed us for days. With the captain's permission, Aima smiles hopefully. Others murmur eager assent. Chitupek grins fiercely. A quarry worthy of the Lord of the Hunt. Let's have some excitement, Captain. Eldgrim, though, is appalled. You'd kill one of Ondra's harbingers and squander this blessing? Let's just let the creature pass in peace. Yeah. I had a feeling that my people would be disappointed, but I don't like killing peaceful animals. And the dad was also happy. Yet the magnificent creature continues alongside the ship for many hours. A low, mournful music rises above the light percussion of the waves, and a gentle peace envelops your crew. When night falls, the beast is beside you still, a comforting light in the darkness. By morning, it is gone, but the sense of calm it brought remains. Okay, we got some experience. So we want to go there. The Wall of the Unseen. Oh, what is going on now? Come on. I don't like these events. An unexpectedly cold wind blows across the deck of the ship, and even after several hours has not abated. By the way, where is my quest for the ghost ship? I should have a quest for that, shouldn't I? Held Engrim sheepishly knocks on your cabin door. When he enters, his skin is pale, his brow dotted with beads of sweat. Begging your pardon, Captain, but this is an ill wind sent by Ondra. We've sailed too long without offering her tribute. She'll... Okay, I think we've seen this before. Take the time, we owe respect, and we shall give it to her. Let's just explain the science. People losing morale for no reason, god damn it. But yeah, these events are not fun. They are not fun to me. The Valiant Trench. Okay. Okay, so this is the place here. Why is it full of... Yeah, this wasn't here before. I'm gonna quick save. Was this here before and I just never noticed it? And how is this poultry? It's just random meat. What the hell? Yeah, but this is Wael. I've been here before, I'm sure of it. This is very strange to me. Did something change in here? The door swing, yeah. Oh, as if it anticipated your return, it said. Yeah, because this was the puzzle area. So why am I coming back? I'm just gonna go without stealth. It's gonna take too long. All the doors are open. Oh, the Temple of Revelation. This is new. I think it's new. It is new, isn't it? I think it is. Let's gather over here in case there's something nasty over there.
Keep it down.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that this is new. Quick save. What is that? That is a very different cutscene.
Arrival in a dangerous place. How curious.
Lengroth? Wow, that was unexpected.
Once again, you interrupt my business.
But this is so random. I didn't even... There was no quest for it. There was nothing. It's just because I noticed the glowing things. So yeah, once again, because I killed it in PoE1. But Lengrath just keeps carrying on through her apprentices. That's why, even though I killed her, she's still here. Though her form is different from when you last met, you recognize a striking figure before you as the Archmage, Lengrath. Lengrath is an Archmage known for her defensive spells. She is not the first to hold the title... This is wrong, right? To hold the title, Lengrath, nor will she be the last. You killed her at Morgek Yen after your encounter with the Lich Console Hut. What's an Archmage doing in this pit?
I'm here on circle business, but you aren't of the circle, so I might ask the same of you.
The corner of her mouth quirks into a smile.
What manner of adventure brings you down here?
The earthquake? What earthquake? Did I forget about... Maybe I forgot about something. But honestly, I just happened to be in the area.
A striking coincidence. The Circle had considered asking the much-vaunted Watcher of Cadnua for their aid here, but it would seem you've made the decision for us.
I sincerely hope I didn't break any kind of quest progression.
Yes, how fortuitous.
Elot's customary frown deepens into an expression of grave concern.
I'm searching for a delinquent member of our order, Maura.
Oh.
We've not heard from her for some time and received rather cryptic word that she'd come here.
So Maura, I think, was the one that had like the slimy things.
Then, of course, there was the cataclysm that rent this island in twain. Knowing Maura, I don't doubt the two are related.
Still, I'm gonna ask, wait, who's Maura?
A Huana wizard, and a member of the Circle of Archmagi.
That much I knew. Lengrath gives you a pained expression.
She specializes in magic involving tentacles.
There we go.
It's a niche field.
He grimaces.
Wait, do you hear that? Maura, is that you?
She cocks her head to the side, listening intently. A deep rumbling erupts from somewhere far below you. Is she gonna be my ally, Lengrath?
You calling me a cheat?
What is this?
Lying ground stink doesn't play fair. Rolled a 10. Stupid wizard, I rolled 10.
Dropping the dice isn't the same as...
What? What is this? Oh, crap. Well, tentacles it is. Oh my lord. Is this a mega boss? As the ground settles, the wizard and the imp exchange a shocked glance. One of the newly sprouted tentacles dances in slow, hypnotic circles over their heads.
That was the biggest one yet! Look at us standing on the fault line of sanity! Hello up there!
Oh, it's Tane! Where did I... Oh god. I read something about this recently. He's... I don't remember. The wizard waves up the tentacle before turning his attention over to you.
Huh. Didn't see it come in. Welcome to the Halls Obscured. My friend and I were just passing the time of the game and enjoying these little shake-ups.
Where did I read his name? It was in some kind of note. He's also an archmage, I think.
We not friends. Stupid wizard is a stupid cheat.
The imp kicks a colorful set of dice across the floor before flapping its wings and crossing the room. Ah. Tane, didn't I see you in Archimedes' crying pool?
Now that's impressive. They told me you never forgot a face.
Tane points at you and winks.
What are you doing here, Tane? How did you even get in?
She rubs hard at her temples and sighs. Wow, I'm loving this. I love Archmagi business. I second that. Some of us had to find our way through a labyrinth.
I got in through a hole. That one, right through there. You must have walked straight past it when you were topside.
Tane points over to a collapsed wall and smiles pleasantly.
Isn't this something? I came searching for Maura and got distracted. Don't you just love a good antechamber?
Tane plants his hands on his hips and surveys the area, grinning all the while.
Even if this one has a few... embellishments.
He gestures at a patch of writhing flesh stretching across the ceiling. Just what is this place?
I asked myself the same question when I got here. Tentacles, eyeballs, labyrinth? It could be anything. I'd still be dumbfounded if I hadn't learned it all from Maura's own words. Here, she left this behind. I don't think she expected anyone to follow.
So I really just stumbled into another quest. Maura's field book. Despite the pervasive dampness, the pages of this notebook separate with ease. Written in Huana, the text describes a vast subterranean life form of fleshy tendrils and shuttered eyes. The Stranger section refers to establishing a communion with the entity with the aim of conjuring forth arcane simulacra. Towards the end of the field book, Maura writes, Wael, the 100 visions, the obscured, the eyeless face. I believe it you who... I think this English is kind of weird, right? I believe it you who rests within this darkness. It's you? The you that once walked the world. Why do you survive yet? Why haven't you awoken? Can you be turned against the dawn stars? Does he not threaten your mysteries? Will you not introduce him to his final dusk? Lengrath thumbs over the book, eyes widening as realization dawns.
She believes we stand atop the body of Wael.
Oh. The what of who now? Which part? Magran did mention that the gods once had powerful bodies.
While riding my dragon across the White March, I came across an unimaginably large skeleton. Legend would have us believe it is the fallen form of Abaddon.
True. In the abbot of the something something. The part with the monks.
The Circle has been speculating on the existence of the gods' bodies ever since.
There you go. The Abbey of the Fallen Moon, not Abbot. I also saw Abaddon's remains at the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
This body is a good deal fresher than Abaddon's.
I agree. She snorts and returns to Mora's writings. Her ill humor is short-lived, though, for she soon grimaces and meets your eye again.
We'd believed them all gone. Not just dead, but destroyed by the god's own hands. Obliterated. This one, it's still alive.
Makes you wonder what has Maura so excited.
Tane considers his surroundings with a thoughtful grin.
As nice as it is to take in the scenery, is everyone else thinking what I'm thinking? Huh? I mean, the answer's staring us in the face, literally.
No one understands your manic rambling, Tane. Speak plainly or be quiet.
The answer to what?
Look, we have an unconventional problem, and it needs an unconventional solution. I don't think Maura came this far just to hug some tentacles. She wants to wake up Wael's body and send it after Aethys.
How do you even know that's what Maura wants?
I have my doubts that a single archmage could exploit a body this amazing for self-interest alone. No, she's got to have bigger plans. Hasn't our Maura always said that a well-placed tentacle can solve most of life's problems?
What the hell?
If she wants to take a swing at the big green guy, who are we to stop her?
It's speculative to assume that Maura even wants to awaken Wael. Doing so would involve meddling in matters far beyond her comprehension.
She taps a finger against her lips, thinking.
Or something she understands all too well. You don't know. Give her some credit, Len.
You give her more than enough for the both of us, and far more than she deserves.
Okay. What do you make of this, Lengrath?
What is there to be made? The gods, in their wisdom, laid to rest their Titan forms. Surely it was with good reason. Imagine the destruction they must have wreaked upon Kit's society when they had the run of the world.
The Watcher doesn't need to try very hard to imagine it. Remember Cadnua? Poor Castle never had a chance.
Think Wael would make us a new one if we woke them up?
Yeah.
They'd owe us, wouldn't they?
So do you want me to stop Maura or help her?
If Tane's presumption is correct, Maura cannot be allowed to go through with her plan. However altruistic her motives may be, she endangers us all.
Agree to disagree. We can talk about this later.
Tane winks. He looks uncertain that you're paying attention, so he winks again. So before I get started, I could use some background on Maura.
Delightful company, bit of a talker, carries on long conversations with reflective surfaces.
She's an avid researcher into the summoning of tentacles, an arcane domain few among the Circle have any skill with. I'm surprised she hasn't embroiled herself in madness of this magnitude sooner.
This facility is enormous. Maura could be anywhere.
How about you spearhead our little search party? Len and I will keep an eye on this handsome antechamber where it's safe, or in case she doubles back.
So nobody comes with me, okay.
Fair warning, when I was poking around, I ran across some creepy librarian types. They were happy to look the other way as long as I didn't disturb their work.
Tane shrugs.
In the meantime, Tane and I will see if we might learn more about Wael's Titan form.
We haven't addressed the imps in the room, so why are there imps in the room?
You know, I was enjoying their company so much that I never once thought to ask.
Tane squints down at one of the creatures.
Came from stinking Arkamir's house. Was told to help stupid Watcher groundmeat.
The imp grimaces and waves disdainfully at you.
Master gave orders to fetid spray. Come talk when ready, eh?
The second imp waves a sheet of ragged parchment over its head like a banner.
Where nasty Fasina go? Why is she not here? Have orders for her too.
Oh. The imp scowls, looking past you toward the entrance.
Brilliantly done. What fluttering marvels they are, imps. Well, question answered then?
Tane returns his attention to you and smiles pleasantly. You're sitting me in there alone?
You weren't alone, you brought friends.
Tane smiles at your companions.
Besides, Len and
True.
our kind don't work well in pairs. We'd probably disagree, separate the party, and get everyone killed.
He shrugs.
More like you'd get us killed.
Okay, well, more is as found.
No matter how Tane whines, Wael's body, if that's what this is, mustn't be awoken. The Deadfire cannot bear another calamity of Aothis' scale.
What happened to your spirit of adventure?
Tane smirks and shakes his head.
Watcher, friend, are we on a first-name basis yet? Call me crazy, but I think you should do whatever feels right. What's the worst that could happen?
These tentacles grow until they consume every island in the Deadfire and we all become mindless thralls in a never-ending tentacle nightmare?
Huh. And you're saying that's the bad outcome, am I right?
I like him. Tane strokes his chin and nods.
I would hate to see what he considers the good outcome.
We can continue this debate later. Right now, our chief concern is locating Maura. Maura could have only gone two places. Up in the archives to the northeast, or down into the collections to the southwest.
Okay. So that's one place. And that's the other place, I guess.
Maura's journal suggests she went to the archives first, but that could always be a decoy. I did hear some unpleasant noises coming up from the collections.
Tane hugs himself and shivers.
Hope she's okay.
If you'll begin a search of the wings, we'll scour this area for further information.
She nods and turns away. Okay. Quick save. What the hell have I gotten myself into? These columns of flesh smell enticingly of sausage. What the hell is this? Larvae and pyrite. Ring of unshackling. That's actually useful. So this guy said he had something for me. The imp turns to you and lets out a quick puff of vile spray from an orifice that abruptly snaps shut. Oh god.
Don't know your face, ground stink. You the one I'm supposed to find?
The imp squints and looks you over. I'm Cordon, captain of the Defiant Junior.
They let you sail boat?
One of the imp's eyes bulges skeptically.
Master told Fetid Spray to bring baubles to Sanctuary. Offer to stupid ground meat for coin.
So he's a merchant. The imp gestures toward its wares.
Here, from Master. Master's most glorious words.
I have a feeling this is gonna be sarcastic. The imp reverently hands you a scrap of soiled parchment. Simple instructions. Cordant, I will keep this terse in case my aim should meet an unfortunate end and this missive is intercepted. By now you will have encountered other members of the Circle and laboriously scrutinized their motivations in breaching Wael's obscured sanctum. Allow me to add my rationale to theirs. My desire is a simple one. Tidiness. There is already one god blustering his way through the Deadfire, and I have no desire to see him joined by another. If Fasina still lives, try and keep her alive. She has a modicum of potential and it may yet aid you in Wael's unusual territory. Arkemir. Okay.
Where nasty Fasina?
Okay, the imp hurls the scroll to the ground. Fasina, you would be blameless to conclude that our time together was wasted. The tasks I assigned you ranged from tedious to toxic. I gave you only beginner's cantrips in exchange for thankless labor, and in every way earned your deserving ire. In spite of these setbacks, you have persevered to become a wizard of exceedingly bright potential. You went over my head to access books you had no authority to read, learned spells beyond your capability, and even turned the imps against me in a short-lived insurrection. Did you think I wouldn't find out? Which is all to say that I am delighted by your progress. A wizard does not ask for permission or consign themselves to a rigid structure of authority. A wizard is a driven skeptic and agitator. Even the Archmagi only tolerate their self-imposed circle on the best of days. Whether or not you still consider yourself my apprentice, consider Wael's Sanctum your final assessment before graduating to better things. I think you will find yourself equal to the challenge. Yours, Arkemir. P.S. Should you survive the ordeal, you may use this as a letter of recommendation.
So, what does Master want?
Fetid Spray draws uncomfortably close and peers down at the parchment with you. Arkemir wants me to keep Fasina alive while we explore the halls obscured.
Stupid, ungrateful Fasina doesn't deserve to clean Master's chamber pot. Well, try not to die then. I no care.
The imp shrugs. Show me what you have for sale. So he has a bunch of potions. Ooh, scroll of meteor shower. I will take the solutions. Why not? And I do want this. Okay, I want these things.
I'm no pack mule. Let's offload this junk.
Okay. So, I'm guessing Fasina might have something to do with this quest. Fasina actually shouldn't be too difficult for me to bring into the party, because it would just mean replacing Aloth. Missives of the Hand Occult. I don't know her stats though. Missives of the Hand Occult. Dearest brother, or was it sister? Oh god, this is way too big. But this seems to be relevant. Okay. May this letter find you in well spirits. A man of thuggish bearing stormed into my library the other day and demanded I help him find a book on the construction of an arquebus. I thought it proper service to Wael to steer this man toward an illuminated manuscript on the subject of whittling toy soldiers and other miniature props. Unamused by my solution, I shrugged and said, "What is an answer without a question?" He did not find my spiritual rhetoric helpful or amusing, and so he punched out 2 of my teeth. I trust your summer has been less tumultuous than mine. In more important news, my apprentice claims she saw the eyeless face in a dream the other night. I admit, I was so mad with envy that at first I refused to believe her. Wael, forgive me for such a lapse in judgment. She described an Omawa of brilliant blue hues with a featureless face surrounded by a swarm of eyes. No 2 eyes alike. She claims Wael ignored her questions and she can't recall any specifics of what was said. In fact, my apprentice seems to have forgotten many things since before the visitation. She could not tell me where she grew up or what she liked to eat. At first I was so envious of her for having seen Wael with her own eyes, but it seems Wael's visit was to conceal, not to illuminate. I pray she endures this test of faith and can look back at the event and feel the joy of mystery. What is an answer without a question? Last week I felt the solution was ignorance, but after Wael's visit I feel a road without length is closer to the capturing the riddle. I worry my apprentice will look back at her visit from Wael and feel cheated, robbed of some moment of clarity we all thought we were owed when we first joined. I tried to tell her she was lucky, but she was too young to understand. What is an answer without a question? May I be dead and my soul scattered to the winds before anyone knows for certain. I have a feeling I might have read this in PoE1, but I am not entirely sure. Okay. So we have a way over here, which is to the central stacks. Whether it's sealed by machinery or magic, there's no moving this door. Oh, these are interactable. Okay.
Psst. Hey. You got a moment?
Sure, give me a second. This is a Vithrak that got blown the hell up. The greasy smear on the floor and soot coating the wall suggests someone had a lamentable encounter with a spell. Yep. A Vithrak Warden. Reminder, protect the... Oh, are these the librarians? Maybe. This is a final reminder not to disturb the subject while they hearken to the music of the pit. The wretches have grown protective of our benefactor's song and will attack those who damage the organ's apertures. If any subject experiences a moment of clarity, kindly guide them away from the pit and back to an aperture where they can rejoin the others in blissful indifference. We'd like to minimize the suicide rate this quarter. May this also serve as a notice that we have exhausted our supply of earplugs. Overseers are authorized to distribute hot candle wax until someone can venture topside for supplies. So something is singing and people are getting entranced. It's what it looks like, at least. This featureless statue bears the Ingwithan legend. The honest mind is an empty cage. Okay. Okay, so what does this guy want?
Hey, you. Glad we finally get a chance to talk, one-on-one, away from the rest of the rabble.
Tane shoves his hands down his pockets and winks.
I can hear you, Tane. I'm right here.
It's good that we're on the same page with all of this.
He spreads his arms wide to encompass the whole of the antechamber.
You know, Wael and his great big body.
Sure, Tane.
All right. Between the two of us, I did a little exploring of my own before you showed up.
He talks covering one side of his mouth, though his voice carries across the hall.
You haven't been to the collections yet, have you? It's just down that way. You'll hate it. There's a bunch of different people trapped in there. Lots of kith in some kind of stupor. I think they've been here a long time.
Did it ever occur to you they might be locked up for a reason?
What gives you the impression that this place operates on reason?
True.
The prisoners. It's like this place tore out everything that made them them and left a bunch of statues behind. Except statues don't usually shamble around and cry. Take this. It's a spell that should wake the prisoners up again. Just make sure you read it somewhere, they'll all hear it.
Okay. So we gained an item, Tane's Scroll of Righteous Awakening. This parchment is sloppily scrawled with arcane runes, drawings of animals, and practice versions of Tane's signature. This is so dumb. Tane thinks the spell can help the prisoners of the collections get their memories back, provided the words are read where every prisoner can hear them at once. Okay, so inside. You just happen to have a unique spell for this occasion?
Amazing, right? Okay, you got me. I took the words from my chaotic orb and moved a few runes and accents around. Instead of dealing mayhem and fun, the spell blasts people with memories. Perfectly safe.
That's where I also know this guy's name. Yeah, Tane's Chaotic Orb. God damn it. He winks.
Head west out of this fine antechamber and the collections are right down the stairs. Can't miss it.
What do the halls obscured need with mindless drones?
Maybe they knew too much? Rare information seems to be the currency of this place. I'd suggest that you ask one of the prisoners, but they aren't very talkative.
What exactly does your spell do?
Let me try and put it in terms we both understand. This place has a way of unplugging people's heads and letting the memory stuff drain out. All that stuff kind of blends together. The memory of someone's first kiss gets stuck to the memory of the price of hagfish.
What?
My spell gathers the memory stuff into kith-sized chunks and stuffs them back into people's heads. No one leaves with the same memories they came in with, but at least everyone gets an equal slice.
That sounds neither responsible nor wise. Even for a circle archmage.
Aloth rubs his temples and sighs.
Those people deserve to remember their stories, their lives, but at such a cost.
This sound right to you, Watcher? Shouldn't we be guiding these poor souls towards the light?
Maybe that's honestly the best idea.
Sorry if I got a little technical there.
Doesn't giving people random memories seem irresponsible?
Of course not. See, a brain needs memories like a sewer needs waste. Without the waste, it's all just tunnels. Give it a little time and these prisoners will be their old selves again, just with some extra fun. Maybe someone will wake up and realize they can play the harpsichord or speak Vailian. Wouldn't that be a nice surprise, huh?
I'll consider it, no promises.
I hope you can do some good down there. I hate to see so many people without a single good idea between them, you know? Like the Deerwood.
Tane folds his arms and sighs.
The Deerwood has plenty of fine ideas. Most involving fire and things you can set on fire.
This guy right here. What a sport.
Tane pointed to there. There's a lot of text here, Jesus. What do you know about Wael's body?
If there was a day in Wizard College when they talked about god bodies, I might have slept through it. Based on what we've seen, I'd say Maura used this place to nail down her tentacle spells. Lucky her, there's tons of inspiration here.
How did you become an archmage?
My father donated to all the best colleges.
Wow.
I earned a couple of free degrees until I found something I was actually good at.
Tane is an insult to the very concept of scholarship.
We all learn differently, my handsome friend. I got where I am by focusing on the things I do well and never challenging myself beyond that. Secret to success. I owe a lot to my father, including an apology. He always said he wanted an archmage in the family. Kinda backfired when I dropped the surname. It's just Tane now. Hi.
What was his father's name? I don't know. You aren't as academic as your colleagues.
Thank you. Wait, that was a compliment, right? I know I don't fit in with the rest of those book learners, but I've got it where it counts.
He holds his hand over his heart.
Thinking is a big waste of time when you've got raw, unvarnished instinct on your side. If I worried about research, safety, or ethics, I never would have cast the first chaotic orb. You do know about my chaotic orb, right?
Yes, I know.
That's my spell. It was really popular when I got it into circulation.
Alof might know it. Fun spell, right?
Yes, it's very round.
Oh, good. I was concerned for a second there.
Tane smiles.
I worked really hard on that orb. First time I ever applied myself. Once wizards started using it all over the world, there was all this talk and fanfare. Have you seen this thing? Look at it go! Those were good times. These days, no one asks if I'm that Tane anymore. They don't tell you in Wizard College that achievement can seem downright underwhelming.
Any thoughts about your colleagues in the circle?
Ninagauth keeps a bird skull in his pocket. He pets it when he thinks no one is looking. Don't tell him I told you.
You really want to awaken the Titan?
What? The prospect of sending a mountain of eyes and tentacles to wrestle Aethys isn't enticing enough for you?
Titan chuckles softly.
Wouldn't it be boring to let a body like that molder and rot? I think we can do better. I think Aora deserves better. Even if it knocks over a castle or two, I think the fun will justify the cost.
Says a wizard who clearly ain't ever had a castle.
Okay, farewell, dude. So, I just want to do something else here before I call this an episode. And hopefully I can do it soon. I wish I could jump. Out of combat, I mean. If there is no way for me to do this. Maybe from over there, like from the back. Let's try it. Because these guys could have some interesting stuff with them. Okay. That's worth it. That is worth it. Nice. Ah, you bitch. Why did you have to have the goddamn imps behind you? Let's see if I can make it. Oh, and of course the boots of stealth are left on... We're left on... Seraphim. God damn it. God damn it, mans. God damn it. Let me actually do some stuff here before I forget. Scroll of Major Healing. Nobody has it. You should have it instead of that. Chaotic orbs. I could put these over here. They could be better than the thingy. This didn't do anything the last time I tried. I'm gonna try it once more, but I don't really believe it's gonna make a difference. I would love to pickpocket this lady here, though. See what she has. I'm gonna quick save this just to test it out. And I probably want to do what, like throw something over there, make them go away. Might work. It worked. Ivory worm figurine. Oh, now these are people worth stealing from. Okay. There's been a lot of cases where pickpocketing wasn't very relevant, let's say. Okay, I'm gonna park my characters here close to Lengrath because there is the optional clause to the quest which says we can optionally talk to Lengrath about Tane's plan. And I do want to do that. So yeah. I'm gonna end this episode here, my friends. I hope you guys are enjoying this run, and thank you once again for all being here in the channel with me, watching some PoE2 Deadfire. If you have any questions, any suggestions, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. There's videos coming out every single day, and it's also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you all in the next episode, and until then, stay safe everyone.